It's time for some carbon-based gaming.
That essence stuff.
They're locked onto me.
These Talans don't look so happy.
There must be a way to activate Palana's master Dauka Ulakai. Even though the pilgrims are not allowed to use it, it's still a useful way to access the village. Can you raid the outpost I marked on your map? It's located near you.
Raiding outposts is what I do. You can count on me, Elias. Okay, they all want to play. I'll take that. Ooh, upgrade.
Regret this.
Ugh, that's not good. It'll be fun, said no one ever. going, folks. I'm really gonna need that shower soon. Hey, how's it going?
Ah, good moon, pilgrim. My name is Unback.
What do you do here?
Marvelous question. I've been asking myself that for moons now. Basically, I wait.
You wait?
I wait. One of these moons, my master Yolo will revert, and I will succeed him as keeper of the Ganda Darushan. Until then, I'm just an apprentice, and a very patient one.
You want your boss gone, huh? Is Yolo a jerk?
No, we're all very fond of Yolo. You won't find a quieter Talan in all of Adelpha. I don't remember the last time anyone heard his voice.
Okay, some beast ripped his throat out or something?
Oh, no. He started meditating a few cycles ago, and hasn't moved ever since. Not even a wiggle of a toe.
Maybe I can make him move.
Go easy on him. Yolo's bones are more fragile than the most ancient scrolls.
Mr. Darushan Keeper, sir. Do you hear me? Anyone in there? Yo, man. Young people talk like that where I'm from.
Yo-Man was my great-great-grandfather, and he was still younger than Yolo when he crossed the Fey Darushan.
I was checking on your boss, Yolo, and I think you're right. Disco is more active than this guy, and trust me, Disco is pretty dead.
Oh, no. Yolo has willingly entered a deep meditative state to save his strength for the moon of his reversion.
Well, can't you give him a push into the Darushan? Just a little help with the final mile, you know?
I can wait. I'm still young, and when the Darushan is finally restored, we'll see what happens.
What is this place?
This is Palana. Our town is built on the roots of the Essence Vine, which makes it a sacred destination for every Talan wishing to revert with dignity.
I heard it through the Essence Vine. That would make a great cover.
That was a joke. It's okay. These are difficult times for everyone. If you came to Palana for guidance, you can talk to our Master of Ceremonies, Hirax, at your risk and peril.
Hirax ain't the cuddly type?
He's seen better moons. A Master of Ceremonies in a time of no ceremonies is a Master of none. If he starts telling you stories about the Umgan Cave, be polite and nod, but don't go there.
I'm not sure what the Umgan Cave is.
Umgan was the first keeper of the Ganda Darushan, hundreds of thousands of moons before my time. It is said that Umgand didn't revert in Palana, but in a cave that was named after him.
Who's saying that?
Hirax. He tells the tale to pilgrims who are seeking Ganda guidance. It is true that the Umgand cave is a sacred landmark, but
What are you trying to say?
every time Hirax tells the tale, he changes the location of the cave. Doing so, he sends those poor pilgrims on wild Krakit chases. The latest one, a local fellow, hasn't been seen in 100 moons.
Show me where he was sent to and I'll take a look.
How the odds would I know? You'll have to ask Hirax for that.
Can you tell me where I can find Uday?
He's usually at the Eloe Darasham, or on the lookout for pilgrims who are, disgracing the lake.
What's a Ganda Darsham?
The Ganda Darasham is a sacred gateway to reversion, not only for all the Talans blessed with the Ganda essence who will return to the earth, but also for the wandering Hazarduses, who have fulfilled their purpose on our physical plane.
Kind of a shortcut to the afterlife. How does it work?
One would enter the cave and lose oneself among a maze of infinite tunnels. This is the way to the yachts.
Getting lost to find your way. Talan logic never disappoints. This essence vine sounds powerful. Can we use its power against the invaders?
I wouldn't know. Hirax is the caretaker of its roots. Did you know he's the only Talan, excluding the Al-Mayel, who is connected to all 4 essences?
The invaders don't seem too interested in this village. Looks like a perfect place for Talans like you to chill out. Is chillin' still a buzzword? Yeah, never mind.
If by chill out you mean survive a never-ending crisis, then yes, you'd be right. Since the invaders arrived, all the Darasham have stopped working. The balance of the 4 essences is a mess. No one can complete their lives, and it's a tragedy.
Immortality sucks. Oh, it's like in that movie. You try beheading each other? There can be only one. That sort of thing?
No. That's a sick thought. Even for a creature like you.
Not me. Screenwriters. That's what they come up with. I say get a real job. Jeez.
With the gateways closed, Hazarduses are doomed to roam our sacred land, their destinies unfulfilled. I fear the Yards are growing angry with us.
You know, they could write a blockbuster about that. Say, who are you again?
Unbak, the assistant keeper of the Ganda Darasham.
Take it easy, Umbak.
Easy. Yes, very good.
Sorry to disturb you. May I have a word?
Turn back, pilgrim. You came all the way to this Yod's forsaken place for nothing.
Woke up on the wrong toes, huh? I just want to talk.
You bet your tiny head you want to talk. I'm Herax, Master of Ceremonies. Pilgrims used to line up to hear my sermons. Now, Palana's an empty shell of its former glory.
At least there's no invaders in town.
But so many Hazadesses, all unable to join with the Yods and turning the essence vine dry. The invaders are reverting a lot of our people to impose their dominion. And yet, in such violent times, where reverting ceremonies are needed every moon, my last ritual was performed thousands of moons ago. I am useless.
You seem perfectly fit. Start getting things done. Get to work, my man.
Boy, you got less brains than a Zork-flavored bowl of res. Can't you see? The Darashams are closed. Legions of tormented Hazadesses are stuck in between worlds. I have nowhere to guide them. I couldn't save the essence vine. I failed in the eyes of our Yods.
Can you show me where the Umgand cave is?
Very funny. Did Unback tell you to ask about it?
Look, I don't need the real location. I'll just go with the one you gave to that poor pilgrim that got lost.
I'll show you where it is. Tell him I'm sorry, if he's still alive.
I don't see anyone queuing here. Where are the pilgrims?
Probably waiting for someone to fix our Daoka. Or is it already fixed? Not my concern. Pilgrimage is supposed to be a long journey on foot.
What are the pilgrims seeking here?
Probably what you're seeking. Answers. I used to have them all. But those were better moons. I'm not as inspired as I used to be.
I hear you used to be more inspired, Herax. What happened to you?
You only become a master of ceremonies after a life of pilgrimage around Adelpha, collecting stories and wisdom from all over the world. It's a sharing process that enriches my 4 essences.
4 essences? I thought every Talan is only supposed to have 1.
Yes, that is the law of the Yods, but once every life cycle, a male Talan is born with 4 essences and raised by the Almayel to become the next master of ceremonies. It's an important responsibility to be a good caretaker and a beacon of wisdom for my people. I lost most of it after the invasion.
There are all kinds of ways to be inspired. Can't you read a scroll or something?
Inspiration comes from hearing the last words of a Talan who's decided to revert, or understanding the purpose of a Hazades's life. With our villages isolated and the Darashams closed, the weight of failure is too great.
So while other Talans here are the keepers of the Darashams, you are the keeper of the Essence Vine?
More of a caretaker, and not a good one. The origin of its roots are under your feet. With the devoted care of the Master of Ceremonies, that's me, the vine is meant to stretch as far as a Talan can measure. That's how it used to be, back in the moons.
But judging by the long face, you don't get a kick from your gardening job anymore.
Without reverted essences, the vine suffers. It is now shrunk to its most critical bastion. And I don't know if I have what it takes to heal its core. I feel I don't. I know I don't. The essence vine needs a new caretaker. Someone who has the strength to revive its immense power.
About that power, could it be used as a weapon against the invaders?
You could, if the balance was restored and enough essences were reverted through the 4 Darashams. The vine would be our strongest attack against the oppressors,
But what?
the Darashams are out of order. Another disaster we can blame the invaders for.
So how do we fix them?
Speak to the Darasham keepers. They should point you in the right direction.
Would talking with Yalo cheer you up?
Talking with Yolo, is that a joke? He hasn't spoken for cycles. Silence is so depressing.
What's a Darasham?
Where have you been for the last 1,000 cycles? The Darashams are passages to the realm of the Yards, where you surrender your borrowed essence to the great cycle of life. Palana has 4 Darashams, one for each essence. As Master of Ceremonies, I perform the reverting ceremony that allows a Talan to become part of the Essence Vine and feed its sacred roots.
So what's Palana about?
Shame and the nostalgia of a once sacred site built on the roots of the Essence Vine. The vine is gone, and all of my tears were not enough to grow it back.
Now the same thing, minus the gloomy filter.
When a Talan reaches the end of a peaceful life, he makes a pilgrimage to the Palana and enters one of the 4 Darashams, representing each of the 4 essences, to be reverted and returned to the Yards. That's the cold version, and it's not up to date anymore because the Darashams are no more.
When's the next reverting ceremony scheduled?
No one's reverting until a Darasham is restored. How did it come to this? I can neither think nor sleep with all the laments of Hazardesses in my head. This moon will never end.
Hi there, I'm Cutter Slade.
Welcome, strong and confident pilgrim. I'm Kor, the Shamas of Palana, and keeper of the Ka-Darosham.
I'm collecting scrolls for Procreana's librarian, Kurag. He's rebuilding the Dano library in Procreana. Maybe the one you're reading is one of them.
Ah yes, Kurag. Not the most open-minded fellow. Yes, I borrowed it from the library, actually. 90 Shades of Ka.
Great. Can I give it back to him?
Well, the late fees on this must be tremendous.
Can you patch my wounds?
A Shamas cannot refuse to heal. That's the will of the Yards.
Where can I find the Ka Darasham?
Like the air it represents, the Ka-Darosham has always been invisible. But alas, the invasion has now made the Darosham non-existent.
How can you tell the difference?
Look down at the bottom of the cliff over there. You'll see poor Hazardesses tormented by their tragic fate. They were once proud Talans who decided to revert without knowing the difference between what is eternal and what is no more. I'm here to prevent more Talans from jumping over the cliff until the Ka-Darosham is restored and I can be its keeper again.
Why don't you restore the Darasham?
We're getting closer. The invader's factory is no longer polluting the Ka essence.
It wasn't easy, but it worked.
Yes, you are quite the dream. But there's something else.
You got a bigger rock in your shoe. Let me hear it.
What an odd combination of words. The smoke may be clouding your reason, Pilgrim. You keep speaking in meaning sentences that confuse and, dare I say, slightly tease me.
Enough said. What do you need?
To restore the Ka-Darosham, we need its codex.
What about using one of those sweet beacons with Oru's gun? What's a codex?
Once per cycle, the sacred codex is brought back to the Temple of Ka so its energy can be replenished by the Yards. This energy, in turn, powers the Ka-Darosham for a full cycle.
So the codex never made it back from the temple?
After the Daroshams closed, our chief, Rumbar, ordered every codex to be returned to their rightful temple so they could remain in the almighty protection of the yards. They haven't been seen in Talana since.
Here's your codex. Watch out. It's blowing hard in there.
I thought I would never see it again. I feel its energy boosting my essence. Thank you, Pilgrim. This will help me to restore the Darosham.
What is this place about?
What kind of pilgrim doesn't know about Talana? The special kind, I'm sure. But did you know that the town is built on the roots of the essence vine? This is why Talans are coming here to surrender their essence to the yards.
Question is, where do I go from here?
If you're seeking direction, I suggest you talk to Hirax, Palana's master of ceremonies. I'll warn you, he's not as charming as I am.
Well, Kor, you got your Darosham back. Congratulations.
Waiting for the first leaps of faith in so many cycles. Bless you, beautiful and muscular pilgrim.
Okay. Glad to help. What's wrong with Hirax?
Poor Hirax. Even a Shamaz can't heal the wound inside him.
Is it in his head?
If you mean his mind is about to break, then yes.
What happened to him?
As the master of ceremonies, not being able to help the needy Talans and hazardesses has taken a heavy toll on Hirax. He grows more depressed every moon, and I believe he feels responsible for some of the latest incidents.
Incidents? What kind?
You have to understand, Hirax was once such a beacon of light that pilgrims from all over Adelpha would seek his guidance.
I'm here to help. Do you have anything for me?
I could tell you the tale of a poor harvester from Emia who was deeply in love with the widow of a Dolatai guardian. His name was Tuyol. Tuyol was still young, but if the widow rejected his love one more time, he pledged to revert at the Darosham, whether active or not.
Sad tale. What happened to Tuyol?
Hirax told this poor harvester that to seduce his love, he had to offer her frozen flowers from the highest mountain's peak. Tuyol ran off at once, totally unprepared, and never returned. Now it is whispered that Tuyol's hazardess is trapped on the mountain, and his anger is causing the terrible ice blizzard that has been reverting so many of our people.
How are you with Rumbar?
You mean if Rumbar and I are partners? Odds no. Rumbar is a fine Talan, but he is not my type.
Do you know Uday?
Uday is the keeper of the Elway Darosham. He's around, yes, but I'm surprised. I figured you more as a car essence type.
Can you explain the essences to me?
Of course. When Talans reach a certain age, their essence is revealed during the conversion ceremony. There are 4 types of essence. Fey for fire, Elway for water, Ganda for earth, and Ka for air. Each essence gives a Talan unique abilities and has a tremendous impact on our personalities. I'm always sad to see you go.
Dear Yodka, we stand united to guide our elder through his time of reversion. May his essence please your realm, like it blessed ours, from this cycle to eternity.
Darosham is back. At least this one offers a nice view. Liaz? Talk to me.
I'm a little busy deciphering new symbols we found in the Elue temple. They're fascinating.
Speaking about the temples, the Talans didn't build them, right?
The ancients must have used special techniques to raise the 4 temples. They didn't share their technology with us.
How often are they used?
There are no codex ceremonies anymore. It has been the only activity in the temple since Palana was built. The mountain village gathers the 4 essences in one unique location.
And yet the Yods chose a temple to bring me back here. I wonder why.
The Yods speak in mysterious ways, Ulukai. I have to go now.
All right, I'm gonna go after the Codex, so I'll have a closer look at the place.
Adelpha surely needs its Daroshams. Good luck. Liaz out.
Are you the leader of this place?
I am Rumbar, chief of Palana. And you are?
Wait a minute. Did you just say your name is Rumbar?
Son of Tequila Bar. Yes.
I love you guys. I'm interested in the Essence Vine.
Hirax could tell you more about it. He is the elected caretaker of the vine, and the only Talan I know who's connected to all 4 essences.
Place is pretty quiet. What are you doing all day?
The Daroshans are closed, but a few pilgrims like you are still arriving. I listen to their tales and keep track of the Hazadesses they encounter during their long journeys.
Hazadesses are like spirits, right? Or souls? Are there a lot of them out there?
Unfortunately, yes. I locate the Hazadesses and send my people to guide them back to Palana, in the hope our Daroshams will open once again. Have you met any tormented Hazadesses yourself?
How can I help the Hazadesses I come across?
If a Hazadess is lost, it only takes some Hazadav to guide it to a Darosham or an Essence Shrine. However, some are stuck at a location, and it will take more to solve their life goal. Every case is different, so you will have to find out for yourself.
Hazadav. Sounds important. What is it?
It's a sacred incense that burns in between worlds. We use it to guide lost Hazadesses to a Darosham, or to an Essence Shrine. Our Master of Ceremonies, Hirax, can make it, so speak to him if you need some.
Do you think your town has what it takes to rise up and fight the invaders?
Like the Dalatai Guardians did. No. Their Hazadesses are scattered across the planet, waiting for a reversion that may never come.
Sorry to hear that.
It's a disgraceful end for Talan. I don't wish it on my worst enemies. I hope we won't all end that way, separated from this world, unable to return our essence to the Yods. Talans don't fear reversion, but this is different. This is eternal damnation.
What is this place about?
Palana is the ancient word for pilgrim. The town is built on the roots of the Essence Vine, which makes it a sacred destination for every Talan who is done with his life.
We only got grapevines where I'm from. I would give a lot for a glass of wine right now.
Most pilgrims who are visiting Palana have lost their way. Some have lost their mind. You seem to be the latter. Maybe you should have your head checked, or speak with Hirax and see if he can make sense of what you're saying.
What can you tell me about Hirax?
Whatever our Master of Ceremonies and Dispenser of Sound Wisdom recommends, take it with a pinch of Halidium. Old Hirax is not as insightful as he used to be.
Farewell, Chief.
May the odds be with you.
How can I help?
Hey there.
What can I do for you?
We still need more Helidium, Ulakai. After all these cycles, I can't believe I will see Ishana again.
Believe me, Liaz, I feel you. You'll be hugging your daughter soon.
Welcome, pilgrim, and bless you for the Daoka. I am fully restocked.
Take my Zorkins. Cheer up here, Axe.
Having the time of my life. As you can tell,
Can we talk about Tuyal?
Tuyal. Romantic to a fault. I only wanted to help him. Poor Tuyal.
Show me where he is, and let's see what I can do. Hazadov. Yeah, sounds familiar. What is it?
It's incense with a scent only Hazadesses can smell. Drags them to wherever you have to guide them.
So it's bait. Okay. Can I get some?
I stopped making it when the Daoka went down. Why attract more Hazadesses to Polana when there's no Darashams to pass through?
Can you make some now?
You're persistent, huh? I can't make Hazadav without some Meliorites, which are sacred flowers found in Kizar. If I had those and some sap from Z-Dogs, then maybe I could whip something up.
When's the next reverting ceremony scheduled?
We can only revert the Talans blessed with the essence of an active Darasham. The others will have to wait or suffer eternal damnation.
See you later. Yeah, how can you run a race without drones noticing?
They got flight patterns you can work around. But even if there were no drones, I couldn't organize a race.
I brought the Shamaz back to heal the racers. What else do you need to set up a nom-nom race?
Healthy nom-noms.
I'm looking for a guy who used to run races here in Dasan. Did a little gambling on the side. Ring a bell?
Depends. Who wants to know?
Well, I do.
You do? I don't know you, stranger. Maybe Makan took a long walk off a tall pillar. Maybe he's my second cousin, twice removed.
I didn't mention his name. So you're Makan.
I didn't say I was. Maybe I only heard of him, just like you did.
Stay frosty.
In the summer? How?
Nadul.
You're talking to me?
I don't see any other Nadul here.
I'm sorry. You're funny. And strange.
By strange, I assume you mean mysterious with roguish good looks.
No. More like funny in a strange way. Which is good. We don't have a lot of fun in Dasan. It's refreshing. The villagers agree, so let's talk.
Have you met with Zanat?
Yes. He took care of my blisters. I can race again.
You're... okay. Won't the invaders have something to say about these races?
As far as they're concerned, we're busy working all moon long. It just takes a bit of acting every time a patrol is around. Brahm's optimized solution is buying us a lot of time.
Clever. So, what's bugging your nom-noms?
Nom-noms are born under the sea with a small amount of levitating gas inside them. As they grow, the gas gland grows, allowing them to rise out of the sea and float into the sky. When they get old, they go up until they disappear into the moons. I read a scroll once explaining how nom-noms process elements from their environment to produce the levitating gas.
That's a lot of precise information there, Chief. Are you saying the toxic air in the junkyard is poisoning the nom-noms?
Yes. The junkyard is killing them slowly. The waste must be cleaned and someone has to get rid of the toxic barrels down there. But it's infested with Krakheets, so there's only so much I can do.
Consider it done. Like, I did it already.
Nom-noms were part of something that defined the spirit of this village. If you want to know more, go find Makan and ask him.
Are the nom-noms healing?
It's a process, but yes. They can live long, healthy lives, as long as the drones don't show up to shoot at them. That's a whole different issue.
I can help you with your little recycling issue, but I'll need you to scratch my back too, Chief.
Massages were never my thing. You wouldn't like the rugged fingers of a miner on your back, trust me. We'll share whatever treasure we...
Yeah, sure. I'll take a scrap or two, but I mean, can you use your authority to make your people trust me? They need to know we're fighting on the same team.
There are many ways for a stranger to become popular in Dasan. Ask Makan about the nom-nom races.
Way to blow off my question, Nadul. I was asking you.
Oh, and one more thing. This is very important. Tell Makan that Gamak sent you.
Huh? Who is Gamak?
I am. I gave you a fake name until I could trust you. Nadul is not even a Talan name. It's what you dig out of your ears with your longest nail.
You got me going around town talking about ear gunk? This is not over, Chief.
Just tell Makan you spoke with Gamak, okay? Say the phrase Carmelia Makan. He'll open up to you.
Can you give me that scroll? Kureg needs it for his library.
Can I keep it a little bit longer?
So you can eat the whole thing? No way.
All right, then. Here you go.
Thanks, Nadul. What do you use Helidium for?
For a lot of things. Talans haven't discovered all the uses of Helidium yet, and maybe they never will. It is said that the ancients left Adelpha without a complete knowledge of Helidium, and they occupied this planet much longer than we have.
That must be the reason why the invaders are occupying your planet, too. They're after Helidium's secret powers.
Some are known. Palladium can hurt, it can heal, it can make your life a dream or a nightmare. Talk to Brahm. He is our Palladium expert. Say to him the words, Carmelia Brahm. He'll understand.
What was Dasan eating before the invasion?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I don't want to remember. Thinking about the old happy moons makes me hungry.
So, your guys will handle a cleanup from now on?
Yes. With the Krakids gone, my team will use their Ganda essence to keep the area purified.
So long, Nadul.
It's still funny.
Yes, now this will help. Nah, no space left. Carmelea, Makan.
And to you, my friend.
Can you tell me more about the races?
Yeah, racing the nom-noms? Tell me about it. I made a lot of Zorkins off those races. If we could ever get the races going again, it would raise the spirits of this town, give us the strength to kick the invaders out. I'm always on the lookout for new talent.
I guess your pool is a bit limited with the isolation and all.
You got that right, pal. Also, nom-nom races need a full-time shamaz on hand, which is the reason why I can't organize a race without Sanat.
I'm still after the cure for the nom-noms.
Have you asked Sanat? He can help you for sure.
Can't you replace nom-noms with a different animal?
Like what, Krakets? That would be a disaster and a half, believe me.
Does your name mean anything?
A Makan is a mythical blade that the ancients used to cut through anything. It's maybe just a legend, but it suits me because I'm so sharp. Get it?
No kidding, a blade. My name is Cutter.
Oh? Well, that's a ridiculous name.
It's not too far from Makan. Come on.
Yeah? No offense, but I prefer Makan.
How are you dealing with the invaders?
Their drone patrols can be a huge pain. I had to memorize their routes, plan my races accordingly, but there's always risk for the racers. That's part of the thrill.
What can you tell me about Dasan?
Used to be fun here, a real barrel of crackers. No, not so much. We're out of food, the nom-noms are off the tracks, and my friends are rotting in some invader's prison. I don't know how much longer I can go before jumping off one of these pillars.
See you, Makan.
Until next time!
I'm full. How's it going, Draud?
Not good. I'm still missing some ingredients.
Your Shemaz Zanat is back safe and sound.
Oh, awesome, dude. People kept turning to me to alleviate their pain, but as soon as the plants wear off, it hurts twice as much, you know?
Yeah, I guess you can get back to easing the suffering around here.
Life in a cell seems more comfortable than life in Dasan these moons. He's gained a great deal of weight.
Well, maybe the invaders are after more than Helidium. They treat their prisoners well because they expect something out of them.
Talans are being reverted as we speak, man. I don't believe this is due to a communication issue.
For a slave, you don't seem to be working the pillars a lot. How come the drones haven't zapped you yet?
Drones. Is that what they are? Thought they were just in my head. You want to buy something or what?
I'm clean, thanks. Gotta stay focused here.
Leaving already?
Carmelea, Brahm.
And to you, friend.
Nadul told me to say that. What does it mean?
That's a good one.
Why do the invaders take prisoners? They must be using them for something.
I was one of them, but I didn't stay long enough to figure out why they were keeping me alive. It seems the drones can't see the difference between one Talan and the other. Heck, they even shoot the nom-noms. So I just had to change my clothes to avoid being caught again.
Did you communicate with the invaders?
I tried to, but I couldn't figure out their language. They sound like Twanhas copulating in a mud pit. You never forget that sound.
If you got out, others can too.
Well, not without a little help. But we can't give any because if we show a hint of rebellion, poof, reverted by drone fire. It's too risky. That being said, I see you're carrying some fancy weaponry. You could serve the revolution and free our people. That would make you the ultimate badass.
How do you know I'm not the ultimate badass already? I sure as hell am busy enough.
If every prisoner memorizes the plan of his outpost, we could easily steal from the bases later on. I could lead the operation, and we'd share our loot with you. If you work with us, that is.
Oh, wow. Talan Ops. That's got some heft. Okay, I'm in. I can use some of the Helidium they're keeping, plus some other goodies.
Release the prisoners, and we have a deal. There's a cell in every outpost around Dasan. We'll send them back to loot the bases for you as part of the Talan Ops.
Anything I should know about Draud?
Draud burned his brain out on experimental substances. Don't worry if he seems a bit loopy. He's one of the finest alchemists on Adelpha, and one of Outcast's official suppliers.
Outcast? Sounds like Woodstock. Not that I've ever been there.
Is Woodstock a sexy festival? Because Draud's a real doctor of love.
Tell me how you've managed to free so much time for the miners.
Kamak told you about that. It's genius, really. We only dig where the Helidium is, and we know exactly where to find it, so no useless work. We make every miner's pickaxe count. Saves a lot of time, and the production doesn't go down. Invaders don't notice a thing.
How is that possible?
The Talan Ops, my friend. The Talan Ops.
Nadul, Gamak, seems to care a lot about nom-noms. Do you know why?
Kamak and Makan used to make a lot of Zorkins together.
Makan was organizing Nom-Nom races, and Gamak was one of his first champions. Now the Nom-Noms are sick, and the races can't happen. No race, no fun, no reward. It's a big hit for both of them, and for Desan's morale in general.
So you're some kind of rebel, and working for the invaders is your cover.
Sure is. They're not suspecting a thing. We keep delivering the H to their bases. But each time we remember the doors, the storage rooms, waiting for the right time to strike back. The invaders caught me once, though.
What did you do?
I was in the middle of sabotaging one of their drones. Not a fun time. I thought they were gonna revert me. They threw me in one of their cells instead.
The drone patrol's a problem.
They're a bunch of armored killers in the sky. Yeah, I think they're a problem. Take them down if you can. It will help our revolution.
How do you feel about the invaders taking over Desan?
How do I feel? I feel we need to fight these bastards before they revert us all. I know a way to do it.
What's that?
Stealth. I know how to sneak into their bases without getting caught. I even mapped some of their outposts in my head. They stole everything from us. We can do the same to them without being noticed.
Isn't stealing from the invaders dangerous?
Not if we're properly organized. It won't happen in one moon. We are committed.
Who's we?
More than half the population of Desan are rebels, waiting for the right time to strike. And you're talking to their leader.
Have you been stealing anything?
My Talan ops are on it, but there's been setbacks.
How about white Helidium?
Won't find any white H. In Desan, nope. Well, at least I never did. I hear it captures the beams of the moon and uses them to light dark places or store energy. It's the most powerful source of energy we have on Adelpha.
What can I use blue Helidium for?
Depends on your essence. All Talan have essences. Ganda, Elwe, Fe, and Ka. Not sure about you because of the way you look. Blue H makes me smarter than a librarian, for example. Used it once to help me prepare for my final exams in Procreana. Finished top of my class. I know a Talan who drinks it before a long journey to increase his stamina. Know another guy, a Lampe brewer, that one, who rubs it on his... uses it as a mating enhancer. For Akastuck, you know.
Any idea why the invaders are interested in it?
Well, I haven't seen them use it for anything. They just store tons of the crystals in big containers and ship them off to, I don't know, their planet? Maybe they need a lot of kids there to repopulate the place or something.
Are you drinking Gualampe?
Me and every other poor bastard in Desan. We can't survive without it.
How can I get some Helidium for myself?
You could work a pillar.
Okay, that's the only way?
Well, if you were to join our revolution, maybe I could find a reward for you.
What can you tell me about Makan?
In a place without joy, Makan is providing some underground entertainment to the masses. He's also addicted to gambling. Don't put any food with him. You'd lose everything.
What would it take to feed the whole village of Desan? With real food?
We'd have to import food through the Outcast like we used to. But we've no Helidium to trade anymore. The invaders are taking everything.
How about cooking up some of those crackets I blasted at the junkyard?
Junk food. Not a bad idea, stranger. I'll send the boys to collect the corpses.
No need to keep talking about Nadul, I guess.
Why would you? I keep my ears clean, so I never talk about that.
Do you have enough Talans for your little heist operation?
I do, thank you. The revolution owes you, and we will deliver.
What do you know about Helidium?
Know everything there is up to this point. Helidium still holds many secret powers. I'm an expert in red, green, blue, white, purple. I even know a bit about the so-called dark Helidium. Which one you keen on?
What do you know about purple Helidium?
Purple H used to be the Sand's main source of income, back in the moons when Procreana was still a buzzy capital. We only traded them with the late recreators, as they were essential components for their craft. It's still valuable to the invaders too, somehow. I believe they're using it to upgrade their drones.
Okay. Looks like the invaders are turning that resource into nanocells. I found some of them in their bases. I can use more. What about dark Helidium?
Huh. Dark H. It's our little private joke around here. You see, the invaders are studying it at their outpost, posting guards around like it's valuable treasure. If only they knew it's just fossilized Zort. What a bunch of idiots.
There must be something to it if they're interested.
Our alchemist Raoud has a theory, but I don't agree with him. He's high as a nom-nom most of the time. Dark Age is just Zort. That's it.
Do you think the outposts are worth looting?
Only if you're after nanocells. If you manage to steal one, tell me, so I don't send my people to empty locations.
Tell me about red Helidium.
Red H. Okay. Talans use these red crystals to heal the wounds of the heart. Invaders don't have hearts or feelings, so I'm not sure what they use it for. I think it's to fuel their weapons and drilling machines.
What's green Helidium about?
We grind it, put some on our tongue, let the crystals dissolve, and boom. It makes us forget about the burden of our slavery.
Something tells me the invaders aren't using it to chillax or whatever you guys do with it.
Bingo. Give this man a prize. I saw them inserting green H into the base of their weaponized arm. Their system is somehow processing it.
To reload. Are there any outposts left to loot? I could always use more nanocells.
Nope. You wiped them all clean. That's impressive. And rewarding, isn't it?
Thanks, Brahm. I'm heading out.
I'll be here if you need me.
If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe for more. Or consider checking out one of the related playlists on the channel.